So this is a video I never thought I'd have to make, but I wanted to announce to the Grizzled Geek community that my friend for over 30 years, my business partner, and the OG Grizzled Geek, Mike Majors, unfortunately passed away earlier this week. We believe it was from a complication from an infection he got from a injury he had a couple weeks ago. But this came out of nowhere. We were very unexpected. And we are obviously devastated. Myself personally, I've known Mike for well over 30 years. We went to high school together. Just been a super important part of my life. He's been my best friend for a long time. And, obviously the rest of the Grizzled Geek and his family are devastated. And, it's just really hard to process right now. But we wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I also want to let you know that there'll be some changes going forward to the Grizzled Geek and the Grizzled Warmaster channels. They will remain up, but the Grizzled Warmaster, while I took the lead on that, it still was intimately tied with Mike and I's love of the wargaming and GW and all of the stuff that we've done over the years in the miniature gaming arena and stuff, and I will still be actively involved with wargaming and going to tournaments and things like that. I just, without Mike there, I'm not interested in continuing to make videos about it. So the Grizzled Warmaster will not have any more content go up. Now this might change in the distant future, but for now I do not intend to make any more content on the Grizzled Warmaster. Now the Grizzled Geek is a slightly different boat. While again Mike was the driving force behind the Grizzled Geek channel, it was his idea, he brought us along and he was the driving force behind it. There is some interest in continuing to move forward, but we don't know what form that will be in, how much of that content will be, but just know that it's going to be a lot different. The channel will remain up as kind of a memoir of Mike's work in this form. There will be a tribute video coming out made by James, our editor, his son. We need to record some thoughts, and he needs to put that together the way he wants it to be to honor his dad. It may be a few weeks before that gets up, but we're working on that actively. Otherwise, there will be little content in the near future, and then going past that, we may or may not have time to do much on this channel, or I should say interest. There's got to be a lot of healing first, and we have to kind of check ourselves and what we want to do. Shane is very adamant he wants to continue to do something with the channel, and maybe we'll do reactions when Ruby comes back out or additional Ruby content comes. But there will be no weekly news, no weekly podcast. So also effective essentially immediately, probably give it another week or two, our Patreon will be coming down because we just don't have the time, heart, impetus to do any kind of rewards for our patrons. So so that will be coming down. I know some people may still want to support us, but it's more effort on our part for that the small amount that comes from patron to keep track of that, even if they're not putting up content, to then record that and have to do that on the business side. The business essentially associated with the Grizzled Geek will cease to exist, and this will just become a kind of continuation of Mike's kind of vision, just as a hobby and a way to engage with other people. But it's not going to be anything that's meant to generate money or anything like that. That was one of his hopes and dreams for the channel, was that eventually it would explode and be big enough that we could do it on a more regular basis. But we didn't have the time or effort, or didn't have the ability to get it to that level. So that's one thing that's just gonna end on that front. But I mean, stay tuned. Check in with us every once in a while. The tribute video will be coming in a few weeks probably, and then after that, we'll let you know as things come. But I thought you all should know what is going on. Some people followed Mike on Facebook, and his wife has been communicating somewhat. So I'm sure a few of you have already knew this, but I did want to get it out to the wider community as a whole. We thank you so much for your engagement with us, for going on this journey with us. I know Mike really loved it. He was very appreciative of the fans. I do want to give one special shout out. Charlie Tango, Mike really appreciated your interactions with us over the years, and you sticking by us and being there, being a kind of a constant presence in especially the live videos. And he really appreciated you, bud. Thank you very much. And again, all of you, his little Grizzlers, as much as I hated that name, he loved it, and he loved you guys, and we appreciate you guys. So keep checking back. We will get some stuff to you every once in a while, but it's a sad week. It's been a sad time, and it's really just struggling to adjust and to, it's just so unreal right now. But thank you guys, and we will see you later.